Welcome to White Sands. When you first start a new game, a series of tutorial missions will be available. The introduction is restricted, as to not to be overbearing, and unlocks more functions as you progress. Our first task is to liberate a nearby village, and to do that we need to take command of our Zeus drone. We're still working on improving the controls over unit selection and drone and camera movement. In the future, we plan on giving the player minimal control over flight akin to a helicopter, and the ability to select units by dragging a box over them. For now, we can center the camera by right-clicking on them when the cursor has a symbol next to it, and directly select a squad by left-clicking on one of its members. We can direct artillery strikes from our drone to aid our troops in taking over the location. Support abilities regenerate with time, but we should be careful when using them, as hitting civilians or our own soldiers comes with heavy penalties for the player. To increase our odds, we can also take over and occupy buildings to repel incoming forces. Right now, we have to click on a specific icon, but we're working on implementing the ability to click on any part of the building to give that order. Gaining a hold on buildings often requires a lot of infantry, and in the event of not having enough, you can call in reinforcements with air transport to help you finish your objectives. Soon enough, we succeed in the takeover and can leave the mission by clicking the red antenna icon and severing the connection to the drone field. More missions become available in time based on a few factors. Those are influence level and security of the zone, control of the zone station, finishing other missions, and choices made during events. Most missions can be resolved in the tactical drone view or the satellite view. To begin, we have to assemble and send a squad of units of our choosing. Some missions require specific unit types, as the player will be informed of during the mission briefings. Trade, patrol, and supply missions are mechanically similar. They all consist of selecting a squad, choosing a route, and all can be done continuously. The last option has to be considered though, because it means that the selected units, and more importantly, transport vehicles, won't be available for anything else as long as the mission continues. This might create a problem, especially with limited availability vehicles such as helicopters. Trade posts can be sent out between 5 AM and 8 PM. We select a trader unit and a trader vehicle for the squad. After reaching the destination, the traders set up a post, and every minute that passes by increases the popularity and influence of the Union. Patrols increase the zone's security, and the distance traveled directly influences the security level. They can and most likely will be attacked in ambushes or stumble upon contaminated areas. Similarly to trade routes, supply convoys can be sent at specific times from the location supplying resources, usually your main base, and later in the game, any of your other bases. Here, we pick out what we want to transport alongside the usual squad and vehicle selection. These are very important as you can't develop and build new bases without resources. Every base produces and consumes supplies. The amounts vary depending on the garrison size and the unlocked buildings. Your main base starts out with all of them unlocked. Every next station requires you to build the required structures. The cost of construction is counted in available survivors and is deducted from your main base. Construction time varies by building. Every column of a building category is unlocked from top to bottom. That means to build a structure, you have to have finished building the one above it. Cleanup missions remove biological contaminations caused by radiation. Ignoring these leads to higher chance of your units being lost or damaged while in the field, and increases the mutant and insect activity. To remove threats, we can also go on hive-burning missions that require specific hazmat units. After the unit reaches its destination, we have to select it and click a hive or insect eggs for them to be disposed of. Events are generated based on previous tasks. They're entirely text-based, with a choice that will influence other events and missions, while often resulting in a loss or gain of resources like water, food, medicine, or survivors.
received.
Ready for orders.
On the move. On our way. On the move.
Ready for orders.
On our way. On our way. Order received.
What can I do for you?
On our way. On our way.
All set to execute commands.
Understood. Order received. Order received. On the move. On the move. On our way. On the move.
Unit ready.
On our way.
Unit ready. All set to execute commands.
On the move. On our way. Understood.